Wait.
Hello, sir.
Hello, David Macias. You were here. There you are. There you are.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah,
Am I still
yeah.
here? Still here?
You are still there. I just had to do some technical stuff. As they
As you
say.
always do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Quick
What?
Quick
question.
question.
It
It
did
did
earlier
earlier
say
say
on
on
air. Are
air.
we
Are we
still on
still on
air?
air?
Because
Because
the
the
sign came
sign
off.
came off.
Yes, we are still on air.
Okay,
Okay,
just making
just
sure.
making sure.
Yes, we are. I don't know. Me and David are using this new fancy system thing, and it's still new to us. New to me. New to me.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's
big part
big
of it
part
is
of
we
it is we
haven't
haven't
used it in
used it in
several
several
months.
months.
So
So
Yeah. So it's trying to remember the nicks and bolts of how this thing works.
yeah.
So yeah. Oh wait, there you are. There's David right there. Um, let me just get a quick. Let me just get a quick 1, 2, 3 from you, David.
1, 2,
two,
3.
three.
Ah,
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 ah.
ah.
Okay, I just had to find you really quick. Okay, all right. Now it's time to get to the show. Is
Yay!
there is a show? I promise.
I promise.
It's been a long time. A lot of stuff happened while we were away, which is kind of why you're just getting us now. Um, life happens. Life
Life
happens.
happens.
But before we get into
Good
that,
and bad.
right? Maybe we'll get into that. You know, uh, in a second. But let's talk about what we're drinking. Let's just open it up with the drinks.
I'm actually just drinking some water. I am actually drinking just water. I have cut back on the drinking. Also, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. I don't know when you guys hear this, so I have a doctor's appointment coming up. So trying to cleanse the old body.
Okay. And as for me, I made myself a caramel macchiato with oat milk. As me and David, or I don't know if it's me and David or what, but the last time we saw each other, um, or one of the few times that we actually saw each other quite a few times, um,
Yeah,
during our break, but we were in Target and there was a Starbucks, and I rarely do this, but I saw that they had a oat milk or chata thing going on, and then David was gracious enough to be like, "Do you want one? I'll buy you one." I'm like, "Okay," and
and he was hooked.
I was hooked, and so began my oat milk journey. Now I've seen it. I buy it now. I make coffee with it now.
Yeah. Technically, we're not supposed to drink the milk of animals
But we're supposed to drink the milk of oats.
and or nuts.
Yeah. I mean, how do they get the oat milk? Do they like gotta go like this or like what's
Yeah, yeah. You know, I think it's like anything. I think it's just like a lot of water and just let it soak and then just drinking the residue.
mm,
Here, drinking residue milk.
delicious residue milk?
Mm.
But was it? Did I dream this, or did you tell me that you're kind of on the oat milk tip too? Because as we all know, David is lactose intolerant.
Yes, I if I do the milk, which I actually just had, what's funny is it's been a couple months since you got that horchata oat milk thing from Starbucks. I had one recently, and I was like, "Yep, that is that's a good drink." But prior to that, yeah, if I do anything with milk, it's got to be non-dairy. So I try to I stick to oat milk because I prefer oat milk to almond milk.
Yeah,
So
I have almond milk too, but almond milk is more for. It's weird. I do overnight oats, and I prefer almond milk in that, and then in my drinks, I prefer oat milk. So I'm going through this milk explosion. Uh,
Well, I feel like almond milk has a little bit more of a sweeter kind of kick to it, so I can see why it would be good at overnight oats as opposed to like a drink, because then it really changes the drink altogether, I feel.
yeah. Speaking of drinking, um, I got like I mean, David, you rarely go to sporting events because you're usually protecting people at sporting events. But
This is very true.
I am a fan of like collecting, like the drinks and stuff like the cups, the
Yeah.
commemorative cups and stuff like that. Huge fan. Huge fan. So I was like, oh man, I need a cup. And I'm like, it's time to break out the commemorative cups. And I wonder if you do that. Or I mean, when you go as not a security guard, or do you go as a security guard and like look and see what free cups there are or anything?
No, I mean, I don't. If I go to a sporting event, it's usually not because of any specific like giveaway. It's like, oh, it's just kind of random, so I probably won't get anything. Uh, I feel like I should have done that for the Ohio State Notre Dame national championship game, just grab a cup or something. But it's not my kind of not my thing. Like I started for a while, I started like getting shot glasses from my all my travels, and then I'm like, I don't take this many shots, and it's just me. It's like it doesn't really. I don't need to buy all these shot glasses like to remember I've been to the city. I'm just not that person, I guess. Like I don't even say. I remember like when I went to Rome, I didn't even take a lot of pictures because I just like it's all in here until this goes away. Until this like I lose it.
Oh man, I am not a fan of taking pictures, but I do recognize when I have to. Perfect segue. I was in Mexico and took a ton of pictures. Took a ton.
You did. I followed you on the Facebook with all the
Yeah,
pictures.
and those are just like the ones not that were like the best, but that were like I'm like okay, I feel comfortable releasing these out into the wild. And I loved it. I loved getting out of the country, especially right now. It was really wild to go somewhere else. And I'm in Mexico. My father lives in like the middle, like literally the middle of Mexico, in this area called Zacatecas. And the climate there, it just never changes. It's like I can go there in October, I could go there in May, and it's just always the same. But what's really interesting is from June to August is their rainy season. And
Okay.
and I was like, "Oh man, you guys have a raining season?" Cuz like here there's like a raining season, but it's kind of like December through like February kind of, right?
I would say more like December 2nd to like this December 4th.
No, remember
That's
in
about it.
do you remember in June, or I mean in January, where like a long time ago, like January used to be so wet,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of like evaporated. And I'm not saying climate change or anything like that, but like
But I'm not
like
saying it's not.
it's something. I don't know what.
It's something. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that just stopped. And I really enjoyed my time in Mexico. I was in Guadalajara first, and man, I love Guadalajara. It's like the LA of Mexico. So I felt very at home. And I got to go to the Chivas Stadium, which is called Akron. And that was really cool. I did a tour of a stadium. And if you could tour any stadium, what would it be, David Macias?
A tour of a stadium. Uh, the Bernabeu, Real Madrid Stadium,
Ooh.
because yeah, that's like brand new and it's like fucking super high tech, and there's like a whole documentary on I don't know if it's on Netflix or Hulu on that stadium because it's so like elaborate. So that would be the stadium that I'd want to go see as
I'm gonna
as a tour.
I'm gonna look that up. Do you know
Shit,
the name of
yeah.
that documentary, or you just
I just really think it's the Bernabeu. It's like if you put Real Madrid stadium, I'm sure it'll have it up like somewhere like in the Google. If you look it up, I'm sure it'll pop up something and you'll see it and like yeah, and where to watch.
yeah,
It's an elaborate fucking stadium, and that's my go-to right now that I would want to go see. Plus, who doesn't want to go to Spain?
right. For me, it was like $10 to go to this stadium and do the tour in American dollars. It was like I forgot how much it was. It was like 200 pesos or something like that, uh, in Mexican money. And and there, like, I got to go into like where they do the press, after the game, and the press starts like talking to them, the press room, and that was really cool. I got to go on the field, and there was a moment where they were gonna let us go on the field, but they were in the process of repaving the field. And so they couldn't let us on, yes, but they're like, usually we let you go kick a field goal, or a field goal, a goal on the pitch, and I'm
A
like,
goal.
what? That's
That
crazy.
would be awesome. See, I mean, if the tours had stuff like that, like a lot of tours, stadium tours, they won't let you on the field, so it's weird. Like I've been on the field for a couple stadiums. I can say that I can admit to that, which has been cool. But that has not been. I mean, I haven't. That would be awesome. Just like I guess for the NFL, I guess like kick a field goal or like catch a ball on the fucking on the sideline or something in the end zone. But to kick a goal, any stadium is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and so that was just a overall cool experience. And I've never done a stadium. No, no, no. I've done one other stadium tour, and that was the Boston Red Sox Fenway Park. But that was like in early 2000. So it'd been 20 years later since I did a stadium tour, and now I'm kind of hooked on these stadium tours. And I did a tour of Dodger Stadium because they were doing the Dodger ring giveaway, and I should have brought it, but dude, I'm almost done collecting all 8. And so right now I have half. I have 4. I feel like Thanos. I'm like running around trying to find the older ones. Like the newer ones are easy to get, but the older ones,
Yeah,
those are hard to get, especially since this is kind of like a newer promo that they started doing, which I love. I love. I got the LAFC ring already as well. So I never knew that this would be something that I'd be into, but uh collecting rings, because I'm not really a jewelry guy, you know.
yeah. But you're not really wearing them, are you?
If I go to the game, I will. I will.
Ah, okay.
If I have a wedding coming up, and I'm like, which Dodger ring should I take to wear to this wedding? You know,
What ring really captures the moment?
is it the 2020 or the 1988 World Series ring that I should, or maybe I should? We are in Mexico, so I should be wearing my Fernando Valenzuela 1981. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a fine wine. Wait, that's a good year. That's a good year.
Oh, I never knew my life was gonna be like this, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And because we're just talking about like stadium tours and stuff like that, I also, and it's been so weird. I did the Dodger one, and that was cool. They let us in the trophy room and stuff like that. So I got to see all the World Series trophies. And here's a fun fact, okay? Up until I want to say 2010, you would receive a bat as well as the trophy. So they had all the trophy bats and then the actual trophies, because back then that was the World Series championship, was a bat. And back in
mm,
the day in baseball. So that was a fun like little like, oh, I didn't know about that and stuff like that. So um I also was able to, you were looking at a Chargers season ticket holder. I know. I know. I never thought we both love sports, man. We love our
Yes.
teams, and
Yes.
I think like here's the thing: baseball. There's 82 games, and granted, home games, and there should be more. Clearly, there should, but
We'll always have this debate. Like, no,
I can't make it to 82 games. You know, that is
nobody can.
nobody, not even the
Nobody
players.
should.
Not even the
Nobody.
players. They take days
They'll
off.
be on it together.
So so
Can you imagine? I only made it to 54 games. Why? Injury. It's like, hey, what? What did you? How did you injure yourself? My wife slapped me, so I couldn't make it to all the games.
the only person, and I have now a conspiracy theory. The only person that goes to all the games is the manager. But even then, like they get kicked out because they're like, "Fuck, I've been to so many games. Kick me out."
Yeah. Imagine you get kicked on the first inning. It's like, I needed a day.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
So the NFL offers like 8 or 9 or 10 games with preseason, and I think that is an actual doable like thing,
Yeah.
especially again, and I hate to harp on this, but because I live so close to the stadium, it's kind of a no-brainer. I used to go to the Charger games when they were in San Diego at the Q at Qualcomm, and I would make it to at least 3 a year. And that was a great
That's good.
experience. Yeah.
That's good considering how far, because it's not close. I mean, a lot of people go to San Francisco to the Leeway Stadium and shit, but I mean, San Diego's still it's still a good drive to go watch a game and then have to come all the way back.
Yeah, but too, like San Diego has a special part, of my heart because I was stationed there in the Marine Corps. So like I would hit up my normal, usual like spots, and like it was kind of a day. So
Yeah.
so for me, it was a little nostalgic to go there as well. But when I finally like moved back, and then the Chargers moved and stuff like that. Um, Actually, I did go when they were playing at Carson at the whatever they're calling it these days. I have no idea.
I actually saw a game there too. I saw the Chargers versus the Browns there. So
I was happy with those seats. I really really dug that venue. And granted, people were like, "Oh, it's only like 25,000 people or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, but there was like every seat was amazing, you know?"
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah. Every seat was a good seat for a football game. In considering in regards to what you would get if you went to another stadium, like even SoFi. I feel SoFi has really good seating in regards to viewing the field, but size wise, like yeah, there's no comparison.
right. And I'm like, all you have to do is just double the ticket price, whatever that ticket was, just double it. And like you're gonna make what you would have made at a 50,000, seat capacity, but it's just gonna be more intimate, and it's gonna be, I don't know. I really was impressed by it. I really enjoyed it. But I get it. They wanted to move to SoFi, and have that stadium there. But they were offering the greatest dude, I thought this was a scam. I honestly did. It was like $270. You get 9 games, and it's standing room only. But the thing was, I was just like, can I stand for that long? For like, because I try to think about it. I was like, I gotta go there, and I'm either gonna walk or take my bike, or I just found literally a mile and a half from my house. They're doing in Culver City. They're doing a Charger Express for $2 round trip. I could park my car, and they have a security guard that like goes around, so it's safe for your car. Not that like here's the thing. I don't want to purchase a new car because my car is so old that nobody would want it. They're out of all the cars to steal, they're like, why am I gonna steal this
Yeah, why am
HHR?
I taking the HHR?
So there's like a form of like security with that. I know it sounds weird, but it's just like, where they're like, do I steal the Beamer or do I steal that Chevrolet car? It's just like they're gonna steal the Beamer. But that's just
Yeah.
my so. I purchased these tickets, and already it's paid off, David and Cius. I don't know if you saw my post on the
I saw. I
socials.
saw. I was like, I was kind of surprised at where you were standing. I was like, you're like right level, field level.
I get an email saying, "Hey, for being a season ticket holder, we're going to upgrade your seats for the preseason game." And I was like, "This is crazy." And I was like, "Okay." So I went and I checked it out. I went early. Here's the key part: I went right when they opened. Right, like right at 11. I got there about 11:15. Right as gates opened, walked in. Thing I love about preseason, everybody is on preseason mode. Nobody's trying to like rush in. Nobody's doing whatever.
Yeah, very nonchalant.
Yeah. And so I'm like I don't know, I maybe like the third person that walks up there, and I'm like, "Hey, I got an email saying, that you're gonna upgrade my seat." And in my head, I'm like, "What seat? I'm standing room only. Anything you give me is an upgrade?"
Yeah,
And so they give me this ticket, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just go down there." They're pointing. I'm like, "All right." So I seen it's like C103 or 107, C107. And then I'm like, "Oh man," I'm like, "This is like right by the field, you know?" So I keep on walking, and look, I got to hand it to these security guys. Without them, I would have known this. So I'm going, and then I get to like my level, and I show 'em my ticket, and they're like, "You can go down an extra level." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I didn't know. They're like, "Yeah, you could go down an extra level. This gives you access to the Verizon lounge." And I was like, "This can't be real." And I'm like, "I'm a standing room only, season ticket holder.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is fucking
I went
insane."
from GA to VIP.
So there I go. And sure enough, and that's where you saw that photo of me next to the goalpost. But
Yeah,
again, had it not been for the security people telling me that I could do that, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. And I mean, granted, my seat that I had was still good. It was a good seat, but I wouldn't have gotten that extra just you know what I mean? And
yeah.
and I wanted to know from your perspective, is that normal? Like, like whenever you see a fan, that something that they have that little extra like perk like that, or are you ever in charge of something like that?
I'm not like I'm not that person. I feel like it's really dependent on guard. Like some guards go above and beyond. So some guards want to know everything because they want to be customer service. So you lucked out because some guards don't give a shit and like, yeah, this is where you sit. You know what I mean? But some guards, like the guy you talk to, probably is like, you know what, this is a cool experience, especially because, like you said, it's preseason, so they're way less likely to get in trouble if somebody like in that zone that wasn't supposed to be there. Like, yeah, go down there, it's fine.
It was cool, and I think I was next to a wife, and because dude, this girl was it was either a wife or like a PR person, because this girl was like beautiful, and the rock that she had, it, it 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 was huge. It was bigger than my replica, you know, championship ring. I was just like, "Oh my god, that's big." So I was like, she must be married to a player. She had like a number
Yeah.
on her little gold like thing or whatever, and so I felt like a weirdo because I was googling everybody with that number on both teams, and and I was like looking at their Instagrams. I'm like, "That's not her. That's not her." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this girl?" So anyway, I never found out who she was, but absolutely stunning. And I was trying not to like ogle her. I was just like, "Oh man." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's a game going on.
There's a
There's a
game, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a game.
yeah." And I'm just like,
Fourth quarter, shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, she's married, and like we all go through that fascination of like, I wonder if I could get her, but there's no fascination with that. I look at her, I'm like, yeah, fucking never, never in a gajillion
Yeah.
years. So I made the mistake of posting this photo, or the few photos that I took there online on like a fan site, because on this site there's a bunch of people asking, should I buy these standing room only tickets? It seems like a scam. And I was like, well, I'm like, let me tell you, this is not a scam. This is real. Not only did they do this, but for this and this and this. Oh my God, David, the amount of hate that, not that I received, I will say this, all the fans were happy for me. They were like, hey, that's such a great experience. Good for you. And then they made a sharp right. They're like, fuck you, fuck the team. I've been a season ticket holder for 20 years. Never have I ever even done any of that. They've never upgraded my seat. Fuck this team. I had a guy say, fuck the team, fuck the staff, fuck SoFi, fuck the security. He was like fucking everybody
But you,
but me.
he pulled the half big. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah, it was pretty much that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, everybody was frustrated. They're like, how the fuck did this guy get all this shit? But there was only one guy that like kind of like calmed everything down. He's like, this guy, referring to me, he's like, did this during preseason. I'm like, there's no way they would ever allow that during the regular season. So everybody just
Yeah,
calmed down. And then I was like, you're absolutely right. Like, and it all falls under this category of preseason is a magical time because a lot of cool shit could happen. And because
yeah,
it's preseason, everybody's just like, well, it's fucking preseason, so who the fuck cares? And I'm like, well, actually, preseason like, yeah, the players, yeah, who gives a shit? But you can really get some cool experiences during that time that you can't get during regular season. So preseason has kind of changed a bit for me as far as like when I look at it. But it's not necessarily about the game. It's about just kind of those amenities that the fans are kind of have that looseness with.
yeah. That's cool. I mean, I'm happy for you. It's a great experience for a lot of fans. So I mean, it's cool. And yeah, I mean, why not take advantage of preseason? Why not? I'm sure it's way less. Even just like regular general admission prices, like regular prices to a game. It's like, hey, it's still an experience. Still a cool little fucking afternoon, to hang out with some friends and shit and watch some football. So yeah,
That was the one thing they're like, and how many season tickets do you have, sir? So we can give you these seats. And I'm like, one. Everybody looked at me, just one. Like, who the fuck is gonna come out here with me? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I wanted to break it down. Like, look, I moved from the San Gabriel Valley, close to the stadium. Like, nobody from the San Gabriel Valley is gonna drive all out this way. You know what I mean? For a preseason game.
that's another thing. You were flying solo. Like if it had been like a group, they were like, nah, that's too many people. They're probably like, let's go to this section. But if it was you by yourself, so it's just like, yeah, man, go have some fun.
Yeah, and dude, I was all chargered out. I had my Charger bucket hat. I had my Sports Illustrated windbreaker charger, and then I had my Charger shirt. So I was just walking around, just all like bolted up, like yeah, and with my sunglasses on, and because you need sunglasses for the day games, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that sun
even
really
even
could.
with the half dome, yeah, it's like, or I don't even know what you would call that because it's dome, but it's like aired out around. So I don't know. It's like
It,
a fucking
it's called open air
uh,
dome. That's what
There you
it's
go.
called. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I know Houston, their dome opens and closes. So I think Texas, Dallas does as well. It's kind of where they go. I think the Browns are actually going to move further inland, and they're going to build a new stadium. I think they're going to be that same thing. They're building a whole. They're doing with the Charger or SoFi is done. Like they're building the entertainment area around it as well. Build a bunch of like buildings and shit, and like it's like a whole experience for Cleveland.
David, I'm so glad you brought that up, the entertainment experience. I will tell you, it is a gift and a curse living next to this stadium. Okay. And not only that, I live next to the Forum, which is amazing venue. It's now become my favorite venue. And I loved the Hollywood Bowl, but this venue is becoming my slowly my favorite. But I love movies, man. Like especially in the summer, nothing beats the air conditioning of a movie theater. Nothing, right? They have the best. Like whenever I build a brand new home, I'm gonna build somebody that specializes in theater AC because that is like the best AC. But the theater that I usually go to, it's called Cineopolis, and it's really cool. Rather, like this is my other like sidebar. Like when I lived in West Covina, we there was the Regal right by my house, and I've always been
Yeah,
fortunate. There's always been a movie theater right by my house, but it was either that one or the AMC in Covina. And then there's the AMC at the Puente Hills Mall. Right, those are like the three closest movie theaters. And
yeah,
so, not I'm not saying there was much of a choice or variety, but there wasn't. But the Regal, what I loved about it was for like $10 or $8, you could go watch a movie, and I loved the matinee. I loved going like at 10 in the morning or 11 in the morning and doing that. Well, here all the tickets are like $18. That's like the cheap ticket or $18.
yeah,
And so there's like a big $10 disparity between that. But I will say this: every movie theater here has had rather very nice seats, like not the standard movie seats, but it's usually
yeah.
the what was it, the sofa, and then they have like the lounge chair and stuff like that. And I will say this: I went to go see Fantastic Four, and in the middle of it in this theater, it was cold. It was really cold. A guy falls asleep in the chair. He's in the way all the way in the back, and he is snoring so loud. And when I left, I wanted to take a photo of him, but I didn't because I wanted to give him his private time. But he was sleeping passed out and I'm like this is the perfect like sign. This is the perfect advertisement because he is passed out with his like tongue hanging out of his mouth, his like popcorn, like I cannot make this up. His popcorn, half of it's on the floor of the popcorn, and then he's like holding the popcorn bucket and his other arm is just passed out and like on the side, and he's just like literally like that, snoring. But he looked so peaceful because it was so damn cold in that movie theater. Because even I was like, half like dozing off. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this theater is fucking cold. I'm like, it's making me want to fall asleep. And so, like, but part of my like Fantastic Four review is kind of tough because I'm like, I don't know if it was slow, but I was like falling asleep, and I don't know if that's because of the movie theater or the AC or what, or if it was just a slow movie. But yeah, I was just like that was kind of a thing. So anyway, but leading back that was our sidebar, by the way. I don't know if that was a good sidebar or not. But leading back to it, I've been having to go to other movie theaters because now that the football is about to be on and stuff like that, that area where my movie theater is gets so packed that it's not even worth. And what sucks is right there they have the In and Out and they have a Costco. Not that I go to Costco, but like, like they have a lot of good amenities right there. But it's just like I don't go there because it just gets too packed with these tourists, that are here to you know see all that stuff. So I had to start going and expanding my horizons to different movie theaters. And here in Inglewood and all around me, there, dude, I have a shitload of movie theaters to choose from. There was one that I've been dying to see. F1. Have you seen F1?
I haven't. I haven't. I that's not. It's a movie I would watch. I've heard it's good. I'm not gonna go to the theater. Like now, going to the theater has become such a. I don't know. I used to go to the theater a lot, but now after COVID and everything, it's like going to the theater see is kind of like a hassle. Like because there's such convenience at home. Like you can just rent the movie and all the convenience of home. So to go to the theater, there has to be a movie that you're gonna want to like. You have to like take the time to go out there and like I want to spend the money on it because Superman's already available to rent or buy on fucking on Amazon.
No,
So yeah, you can already get Superman or you know what I mean.
that's
It's a little
crazy.
pricey,
How
but
much is
yeah.
it?
But there like right now the one movie that I feel like I have to watch in the theater because I've just heard such great things about it and it's a little nerdy, but it's Demon Slayer.
I
Have
haven't
you ever
heard
watched
anything
Demon
about it.
Slayer? Well, it's an anime that like it's already broken every Japanese fucking record. It's already made over 10 billion yen. It's a, it's a
Yeah,
two
you
it's a
say.
2.5 hour it's a 2.5 hour fucking anime movie, and it's only part one, and they're saying that people are like it's fucking sold out at 2 in the morning. Like, yeah, it's got high praise.
Well, you're getting me hyped up. I've never heard of this. I have not seen it around here being advertised.
Oh, because it doesn't come out to September 13th, I
You
believe.
mean the pre-sale is already sold out like everywhere?
No, 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 no. It was released in Japan, then released periodically around the world, and it doesn't come to America until September. So I'm saying like, it's all the hype is gonna be up there by the time it gets that. So like, I can't watch any like I'm like if I see anything Demon Slayer, I'm like flip, snow. Can't watch. I wouldn't like. I already have a good idea of what's happening because I've slipped up. Like you slipped up, like oh, what's it? Fuck. But you're like you have to see it. You know what I mean? So that's my one go to right now. I'm like I want to see it in IMAX. Like fuck, it, I'm gonna spend like whatever I need to watch this fucking movie for 2.5 hours anime, and I if I need to alone.
Wow.
So
Alone is the best. And I'm not just saying that because
alone
that's
is the
all I
best.
ever do, but
I used to watch. I yeah, back when in the early 2000s, I used to have Fridays off from work, and that's when new movies got released. I'd go to the theater by myself. There'd be like me and three other people watching a fucking brand new released movie, and it was like I don't have to worry about people talking and shit because you're committed if you're there on a Friday at like 10:30 in the morning to watch this movie. You're not there to make noise or bullshit around. You're like, I'm here for this fucking movie.
you're right. You're right. Oh man, I've always dreamt of a Friday, but Fridays was always like it would just get too. It was a scene. It was a scene. I was always either a Sunday morning or Saturday morning. I've been always been a morning guy. I'm like I'm gonna see it in the morning because everybody's been
Yeah.
partying Friday night. So Saturday morning is a easy. I could go in and watch the movie. But so you probably weren't one of those Fantastic Four people that you're like, oh, I got to see this or anything like that.
No, I mean I'll watch it, but I it's not like all this. There's too many superhero movies for me to go watch every superhero movie that comes out in the theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's, it's just like it's gonna come out. It's gonna you'll get to watch it and you'll get to watch it later. Like right now, I'm more excited about Alien Earth on
Yes.
FX, and I just saw, I didn't keep a copy. I just saw the
the lineage of the movies and how it's supposed to be watched or how it like, plays out storyline, and I'm like, I need to spend a day and I just watch everything in order, and
It,
then like, all right, I'm good.
this is the cartoon, right?
No, 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 no. This is a live action TV series.
Oh, because I know there's a cartoon coming out too, right?
Well, I don't know about the aliens. The Predators one has an animated one that's really
That's what I'm
good.
thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
Yep, you're right. You're right.
yeah. The Predator one is good. I enjoyed it.
That's already out
Yeah, sorry, it's been out.
on what? On what service?
Hulu or
Hulu.
Disney at this point, since
Okay.
Disney's gonna buy out Hulu and like swallow it up.
I know. I know. As a Disney subscriber, I want them to, so I don't have to pay for Hulu, or I don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna try to get money out of me. But I'm like, I'll wait. I'll wait. Um, you know what's weird is I saw the Jurassic Park with the ScarJo, and you know what, Jurassic Park, you you know what you're in. You know,
Yeah.
it's not that movie that you're like, oh, I'm in it for the suspense and no, it's like I already know what's gonna happen. Loose
Yeah.
dinosaurs, fucking, and you know, and people not being where
Close
they're
calls and
and
yeah.
people not being where they're supposed to be. Like you know, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to be there, and you're pissed because you're gonna die. You idiot! You should have stayed on the fucking path,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
Yeah. I don't feel bad for you whatsoever. Because there's people you're like, oh man, I wish they didn't die. It's like, I'm glad you died. I'm glad you died. You fucked yourself. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, the scariest moment happened right before the movie. I got fucking scared shitless. So the movie is like, because when a movie starts, I get like fucking, you know, zombied in. I'm like, you know, I'm very keyed in. And before that, you know, I went and I got a coffee, and it's so fucking hilarious. So you know, I'm at the movie theater. It's the AMC in Marina Del Rey or Playa Del Rey. What, one of the Del Reys around here.
What are the
Okay,
rays? What are the rays?
one of the Reys around here. It's a weird movie theater because it has 6 screens, but they play old movies. Do you remember when those old movie houses that used to play
Yeah.
like old, like the $3 movie place or whatever like that?
Yeah.
Well, this is still like they still play old movies. So if you haven't caught up on a movie, you could go do that. So I've been doing a lot of that, which is why I'm like, oh, they have Jurassic Park Rebirth. I didn't get to see it because I was like in the process of going to Mexico and a bunch of other movies that happened while I was in Mexico. I was like, oh. So anyway, so I was like, let me go check it out. So I went and I saw that they had a coffee machine, and I hate what they've done with coffee. Okay, they've replaced the old standalone pot of coffee with the Keurig machine, and it's so hilarious because you could tell people are not coffee drinkers because I'm like, okay, I'm like, can I buy a coffee? They're like, oh, all we have is this. I'm like, that's fine, and they're like, okay, and then they look at it, they're like, how do I work this thing? And I'm like, you just put the pot in there and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't know how to turn it on. Like, I think I was like the first coffee like person to order it. You know what I mean? They're like, "Where is the pod?" They're like, "This poor girl, right?" So, so they're like, "Where are you sitting?" And I told them the movie theater and my seat, and they're like, "We'll bring it out to you." Like it's gonna be a minute. It was literally like 5 to 10 minutes. It was so much so that I forgot, right? And so that literally the movie's just starting. The lights go dark, and then all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, ah! And they're like, and they're going, and I'm like, dude, she's like, here's your copy. I'm like, thank you. I forgot about that. But that was the scariest part of the movie. That alone was worth the price. That alone was worth the price of admission.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
The jump scare came from the little girl, the fucking teenage girl bringing you coffee.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. Oh, before just watched. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on HBO Max. It's called Freaky Tales.
Do tell.
Have you seen it?
No, no, no. Do tell.
All I can say, it's one of those. Uh, it's like four stories that are all kind of intertwined. Um, Basically, if you hate Nazis, you'll enjoy this movie.
Okay. And what's it called again? Freaky what?
Freaky Tales.
Okay. Definitely. I'll definitely.
Pedro Pascal, of course. Pedro Pascal's in it, of course,
Of course. He's in everything.
of
He's
course.
in everything.
Yeah, but he's not really like the main character. He's subplot with a great cameo from Tom Hanks, by the way.
What?
Uh,
Ooh,
yeah, interesting. I was thrown aback, but it's one of those. How do I explain it? Not grindhouse, but like they try to make it like a cheesy like 70s tale, like 80s style movie, and it works. But it's yeah, it's a you'll enjoy it. I will tell you this. If you like I said, one you'll enjoy it, even if you don't if you know, well you hate Nazis,
who
but like if
doesn't?
you really hate Nazis, it's yeah, you'd be surprised. Uh apparently. Um yeah, it's a really fun movie.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll definitely check into that. It's just right now. There's so much sports going on,
Sports is there?
dude. The Dodgers. What a disaster right now. They've like
I have not
lost.
followed the baseball.
Oh my god. They have good right now. It is look. These losses are affecting my Panda Express. Okay.
Oh, we're back to that. I forgot about the panda.
Oh, David, you don't even know. I have. Wait till our next. Be by the way, it's a new segment called Fortune or Misfortune. You know what I mean? Where I and granted, the Dodgers did win a lot, so I do have quite a few to comb through. You know, we'll
Yeah.
go. We'll see whether they're fortunes or not. But this losing streak, I'm like, man, I'm like, usually I'm eating a shitload of panda, but I'm like, now I'm just eating a little bit of panda. Which, by the way, shout out to Min who we lost, who is, I don't know how to feel about this because he was so adamant about me not eating Panda Express, and yet I still am, and I should be honoring him by not eating Panda Express, but it's such a good deal. I hope from the beyond he's like, I forgive you, Albert.
The thing with it is like he was like privy to go to like Rosemead and Alhambra and get really good, like authentic Chinese food. You're not like there, you know, or even Chinatown.
Yeah.
Even Chinatown's not like close to you. So I mean, Panda's okay,
Okay.
especially on sale. Panda on sale is fine. Anything on sale is like
Yeah. It's the only panda that I can eat is panda sale.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Panda's a sale panda. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. So right now the Dodgers are kind of imploding, but I will say this: right now is the time to do it. Because the baseball season's so gorgeously long that like right now is the time for that because once September comes, they can get back on their feet. They could stumble all they want in August and then get back on their feet, and then voila, we're in postseason. So, um, as much as I hate seeing this, I'd rather it happen now than later on in the season. So there's that going on. For I keep on reading about this, and you're my soccer expert, Wrexham. What they are doing, it's showing, okay? And here's the thing, they are putting money where their mouth is. They are buying the players, and I hear this so much, and maybe you can help me elaborate with this, David. Is like you can buy the most expensive players, and that helps the team, right?
Hmm.
But I tend to kind of disagree with that. It's like you can have the greatest players in the world, but unless they believe in that culture, that's not going to work. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, apparently it's not working for the Dodgers right now, so I guess.
It's a long season. What for soccer,
Oh,
like,
it was. I'm sorry. It was there. It was there. It was right the fuck there. I had to.
but like for soccer, like the Mexican league is like 18 games. It's like a football season. There's only like 18, 20 games, you know? And
That's even worse.
and what's the Premier League? How many games do they play?
Premier League's like there's like 60 matches.
Really?
Yeah, I want it. I could be wrong, could be less,
Because
but
like
it's a good amount.
yeah, because
It's a good
that's
amount.
what I thought too. But like once you get into the friendlies and like the copas and all this other
Yeah, it takes it's even longer. Like that's why like soccer's like damn near like they only get like 2 months off. They're not they play anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week. It's supposed to only be like 2 times a week, but that's also and then it's like some teams play way more than others because they're in these other leagues that keep advancing. So then their schedules get mixed around for all this, and then you got yeah, it's tough. Like to follow soccer the way some people do is a fucking it's a part time job. It's a part time job, and I watch as much as I can when I can. I mean, I have a Paramount Plus, so I get Champions League. Hulu/Disney comes with La Liga,
really
Peak. Yeah, so you automatically get because uh, La Liga has a contract with ESPN, which is part of Hulu and
Disney.
that whole thing. Uh, and then like I know Peacock has Premier League games. I think actually Hulu has the German games too, the Bundesliga, or however you say it. Sorry for mispronouncing. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's just soccer in every fucking story. I mean, Apple has MLS,
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, you can watch sports depending on how many apps you have for quite. You can watch a lot of sports, especially soccer, and it's just because soccer is such a worldwide sport that it benefits these people to have it. Like, oh, fucking some people in Africa got Paramount Plus because they can watch Champions League. I'm not saying that the Paramount Plus is available there. I'm just saying, that's kind of like I don't know what options they have. Like for the cup that we just had, Cup World Cup, I was like, I think I was watching games on Dandan, Dazn. There was like a new
Oh yeah.
fucking app I had to download. Yeah, so I had to download that one, so, to watch certain games there. So I mean, if you look, you will find.
Yeah. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on that, buying up all the great players and putting them on a team? Does that
It
necessarily
doesn't
work?
always work. No, no, no. It's not. It's not a given. It's not a given. You one, you can't buy the best player at every spot. You can't afford that for what they're making. I mean, look at Dallas. They're fucking up and getting now. Mika Parsons wants to go because like they wouldn't restructure his deal. Uh, but you have to have players that want to buy into their teammates, to buy into the coach. The coach has to be able to control the players, to it like not control, but like have the respect of the players to go listen to what I'm telling you. I know how big of a star you are and everything, and you want the ball all the time, but this is a team sport, so you have to listen to what I'm telling you because I've been successful and we've been successful. So keep it going. just plugging in the most expensive players and doesn't always work because I mean you can have the best striker, but if your defense sucks, I mean look at like the what team was it? Remember the Phoenix Suns when they were like scoring like 130 fucking points a game, but their opponents were scoring 131 points a game or 129. So it was always like, all right, you have all the offense, but nobody's playing goddamn defense. What does that do for you?
Yeah, definitely. But it's just interesting to see the culture of Wrexham, and everybody buying into it, and just I mean it. I'm perceiving it as such a Cinderella story. You
Oh,
know,
it is. It is.
and it's showing again what motivated people can do to help bring a team up, and they just did something with I think Eva Longoria or
Uh-huh.
somebody just bought a Mexican team, Necaxa, and now she's gonna
She's trying to do the same thing.
try to do the same
Yeah.
thing. And so, can lightning hit twice? We'll see.
I mean, one here's the benefit of getting people to want to play there. Like, see, what happens a lot is shitty teams that get good, all their best players get taken to better teams. So then the team stays shitty because it's just so long that because you can't keep these players because they like you can't afford to keep these players at a certain amount. Like if I'm saying my top player right now is making $200,000, for the year, but one of the Premier Leagues goes, "Oh, I'm gonna give you fucking 2 million for the year." I'm like, gotta go, right? So now your best player's gone, and now you're like scrambling to try to fill that void for a shitty team. Uh, the kind of the benefit of the I think what like a Wrexham thing situation is the exposure that they're getting as players being on this team. Like if they hold that core, they're on TV, fucking, every season, not just in their actual games, but they're fucking reality TV stars. So you also look at it like that. Like these people, I mean, if they leave the team, sure, they can go make money and have a chance to be at a better team, but they also kind of are you the best player on that team anymore? You're making more money, but you're no longer the star on several different avenues.
Yeah, interesting. And you know, and this is a perfect segue to the LAFC. They just got like one of the biggest like soccer stars to come. And I think he
Yeah.
makes his debut this week, I want to say. Um
Son?
yeah.
No, he already debuted.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he already debuted. He came on and drew a penalty in his first match. Uh, I'm a big fan of Son. I feel Son is actually a really good player. He spent 10 years in Tottenham. Didn't win anything because Harry Kane curse or whatever you want to call it. He's one of the top players in all of South Korea. He plays for the national team. So yeah, he was a great pickup. With all these stars that have kind of I won't say tail end of their careers, but tail end of their careers. Uh, it's a good exposure for them on the American circuit. It's good for American soccer to get these international stars because then you start getting international fan bases. Like, so I feel South Korea isn't a big MLS supporter, and now it's like, all right, well, now I gotta support MLS because my guy's on here. You know what I mean? It
well,
happens.
to be fair, I mean, a lot of the Asian countries are LA fans because of Shohei, and then we just got a bunch of other
Baseball, but,
yeah.
baseball. I mean, there's a difference because not everybody's a big baseball fan.
How dare you, sir? But we'll agree to disagree with
There we go.
that. But
Forever.
it does seem like LA right now is kind of the center fusion for a lot of Asian culture, and all that coming here. So um it's definitely a good thing for Los Angeles, for just the name itself, for the city. that's going on. But you touched on something I wanted to talk about really quick, which was Dallas. Um, I don't know if you heard the news, but Jerry Jones had cancer, and he's like I guess in remission
I
from it.
did not hear this. Oh wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, yeah, and this was the only time that every fan of the NFL wanted Jerry Jones to live. You know, because he's the cancer and
Wow.
the Cowboys.
Oh wow,
I've been saving that joke.
that
I've
was
been saving that joke for.
yeah, yeah. Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, a lot of Cowboy fans are not strong supporters of Jerry Jones, and I really feel like as some of us who are big, who's been watching football, have Jerry Jones is the new Al Davis,
Yeah,
and it's like, look, man, there's a time and a place, and we really think this is the time and place.
it's funny. Cancer kills everybody except for Jerry Jones. You know.
Jerry Jones. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to be a fan in sports, no matter how like right now you're in a down you know in a lull, and it's like, "Ugh." But that's the thing is like I have my teams who like I never get too excited, so I'm never all that disappointed.
Yeah.
So there's an IG that you should look into. I mean, I'll send you like one of the things. It's like NFL therapy, and it's like the fan bases, and they talk, like the fan base that never wins. So like one of the fan bases is the Cleveland fan, and they're like in group therapy with other fans. They just talk shit. So
They're leading. They're
pretty fucking
leading
funny.
the discussions.
Yeah, they're like discussions like, oh, so what's going on with you? What I mean, we never win, so I never really like, and it's just fucking hilarious.
I would love to see the Patriots fans because, I mean, it was like they sold their soul, and now it's time to pay up, and like I feel that they're gonna go on like 100-year like hiatus.
I mean, honestly, Kraft isn't that bad of an owner. He's made smart decisions. I mean, he moved away from, he didn't get stuck. I need to keep Belichick. He's moved on from Belichick, so he's doing what an owner should. He's like, all right, no fucking Tom Brady. Let's work around that. I mean, I feel like New England is in a better spot than some other owned teams that we just talked about. I feel like they could come back. Um, I don't know. I can't say much. I mean, you look in that area. Boston's being sold for like $10 billion or something, right? Boston's about to be sold. The
Yeah, I think it's
Celtics,
6.7. I think
six point
6.7
seven. Okay,
billion.
sorry. Yeah. So I mean, you kind of trip out like these like historic franchises. Like, all right,
But
I'm done
like,
with you, so I'm gonna sell out.
yeah, but part of that money is contracts, equipment, like some of that is infrastructure as well, that they're buying. So but it's, well, what would that be like? Maybe 2 bills, so they're making 4 bill off of it, or maybe that's the point seven part of the bill is just all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
contracts
Good
and
point, Sam, yeah.
the infrastructure and stuff like that. So, people always seem to forget that part of it, but definitely interesting. Speaking of basketball, LeBron James, he's about to be like the oldest player and the longest tenured player in basketball history. And for that, it's like, can you play basketball? Like at what age? And we have this discussion time and time again because it's going to be up to us when we decide to retire. You know, If it were up to me, I'd retire right now, but I can't. But LeBron James can retire at any time he wants. Is it now
Mhm.
just sheer what like I don't know what the word is, but arrogance that he's still in basketball playing?
Uh, I would say it was that if he wasn't still playing at a high regard. Like he's still one of the top 10 players in the NBA. And if anybody who says he isn't, then you're hating on what he can do, even at his age. At his age, he's still better than half the league, who's half his age, who he played their fathers. You know what I mean? So I feel like he may be holding on more for family because he got to play with his son, and then there's a chance that if he plays 2 more years, he might play with his youngest son, and then,
No
uh,
way.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Bryce is gonna start college this year, so he's got one year in college, But every team he's on, like, oh, draft my son.
Then he'll have all
So
the
I don't
sons
know.
playing together. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's after this year or the year after that. I think that's it. Really think that's it. Unless there's some massive injury, and I hope not. I'm actually a LeBron fan. Uh, what he did for Cleveland was tremendous on so many levels. Like everybody was like, oh, he left. Like, oh yeah, because after 7 years, we didn't do shit for him. We gave him fucking Booby Gibson. So, so I mean, um, I don't know. There might be some vanity more than arrogance.
Maybe that's the
You
word.
know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if it's arrogance because again, I think Jordan played too long. Because when he went to the Wizards and like they were doing all that. Like I think LeBron at his age is still at a very high level because he's taking care of himself the way he's taking care of himself. Um, but that could all change after this year. Who knows? Maybe this year it's just a complete downward spiral of his abilities, and like he's just getting too old. But I'm I'm saying that until he's not as good as half the league, I think that why not? You know, why not go for it?
Okay. And I think that wraps up sports. I think that's how we finish it
Yeah,
off.
I mean, we got. I mean, football season. I know we'll have way more to talk about football season as it comes up, preseason and college football. The first weekend of college football is going to be very exciting. There's a lot. There's like I think three top 10 games.
Yeah.
So
But I did see something about how the first couple games that there should be no ranks. There should be no ranking in college football. They should just they I think they said they should wait like to 2 or 3 games and then start ranking uh college teams. Do you subscribe to that? I kind of do
um,
because it's just too much hype,
I
you know?
no. Here's the thing: is because no matter what you're ranked as far as the AP poll or the coaches poll, it it builds hype for the early games, but at the same time, it doesn't mean as much down until midway through the season when the BCS comes out. Anyway, so it's a good way to hype up and build for the BCS. I don't feel like you should not be ranked because I mean you could have a really you know I feel it's a good measure. Like, okay, so they lost, but I'm winning. So it also builds the confidence going, okay, we're going up the ranking as opposed to like they're just games. You know what I mean? And it builds the hype because I mean, you look at the first weekend, Texas versus Ohio State, so 1 versus 3. And the AP poll or 1 versus 2 in the coaches poll. So it's still a top 3 game and it builds the excitement of like these are like some of the top teams. So it's just the way I feel. Like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter until the BCS comes out. But I feel like being ranked does help build uh, fandom and build like the game up. So
Well, I do like what Notre Dame is doing with their series on Peacock. I believe it's called Here Come the Irish. I got to see the first season. It made me even more of a fan. Like I'm a fan, but I'm just like now like, oh my god, I'm so glad that this is my team. You know what I mean? It just kind of
Yeah.
hammers in home the everything. And I just found out that they just renewed it for a new season, and I think this is going to be the way of a lot of those really good football teams that they're going to do. They're going to start, documenting and their seasons and maybe putting it out. And if they do it with the school, and they could create programs for kids that want to, do the camera work and stuff like that and the editing. So it's a win all for everybody. And then if they could sell it, it's a win all for the programs and stuff like that. So I really enjoy what they're doing. Hopefully more teams in college football begin to do that.
Oh, really quick. I don't know if you saw the team up north, as we Ohioan State fans like to call them. They were caught cheating, and were finally given their sanctions for cheating. Sons of bitches want to claim a national championship, but they cheated.
What?
Yeah, you know about the cheating, right?
No, no, what happened?
Yeah, the team up north was stealing signs. They had a guy who would go to games and just record their signs, so they knew what was coming during the games. Yeah,
Wha-
they got fined $20 million. They don't make any money if they make it to the postseason for the next 2 years. Jim Harbaugh has a 10-year no-show clause. Shamar, the new coach, is like an 8-year no-show, or like yeah, or no, Stallions has a no-show. So yeah, they got sanctioned and penalized for their cheating
Wow.
they were stealing signs from other teams.
You know what? I did see a lot of people at the Charger game with old school VHS video cameras, and I was just like recording home movies. Maybe. Well, if it works for the Chargers, all right.
All right.
I'm all for it.
Well, I mean, it is Harbaugh,
Yeah,
so he probably has some guys there.
that reminds me of that. I forgot what it was. I think it was The Simpsons when like Homer's wearing like big sombrero with that big camera. I'll be looking for that at the at the Charger games.
At the games, yeah.
Oh man. It's now time to get into our fortune or misfortune segment. I didn't know what to do with them, so I bought this shot glass for Mexico, and that's why I started to put all my fortunes in. So I was like, let's give it a
All
shot. So
right.
I'm just gonna be pulling them out um at random, and then we'll just fire them up. We'll see if there's a fortune or a misfortune in this new segment that we are doing. Okay, so first
Are we, are
fortune.
we, are we gonna do multiple or just one per
Uh,
segment?
what do you think we should do? Like four or five or one? Because I have a lot. I mean, this could get us to. I mean, I've been eating a lot of panda. I'm not gonna lie. So I still have more.
I don't want. I don't want to run through this segment and give you cholesterol,
Yeah.
cholesterol or
Well,
something.
okay. How about this? How about this? We'll do three and and
We'll let the fans decide if they want more.
yeah, what? Yeah. Okay. So first one,
With the one fan,
yes, Kevin, who we'll have on. We had two, but poor men. You know what I mean? Such a fan. Love that guy. We're always thinking about you, men. Just FYI. Okay,
yeah, man.
just randomly pulled. Is this a fortune or a misfortune? Learn from past mistakes and quickly move on. Is that a fortune? I don't even know if that's a fortune.
That's
That's a
not a fortune. Not
it's
a
not.
fortune.
It's a
It's
misfortune.
good advice. It's good advice, but not a fortune. I can't say it is a fortune. It's good advice. It's like a
Okay.
final cheers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Just pull these out randomly. Okay.
Random.
And this brought to you by Panda Express.
Who doesn't sponsor us?
Yeah. All right. Surround yourself with good people. I don't think that's a
Again,
fortune.
still not a fortune. Still advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still advice.
Okay. The last
Sound
one.
advice. Sound advice.
Okay. The last one. I just randomly pulled it out. Your difficult path will be rewarding. That,
Fortune. That's a fortune.
that's
I think
fortune.
whenever it's talking about you specifically, like you will get this or like put you in there, I think that's fortune. It's like, all right, all right, all right. Everything else sounds like fucking advice. It's just like that's not a fortune.
Yeah. Now, should we do this where I crack open a uncracked fortune?
Yes. I think we should go with that as the thing is we have to go through all your other ones, but I think we should like that's the way we end it. Like, all right, this is the new one. Like it's fresh,
Fresh fortune.
fresh fortune.
All right, here we go. I like fortune cookies, by the way. Not just for the fortune, but the actual cookie is good.
No, I like the cookie when it's not stale. If it's a fresh cookie, it's a good cookie.
I think there's a missed opportunity for a like some sort of frap, a fortune cookie frap. Okay, here we go.
I've seen something like that somewhere. I know this is weird, but I kind of have a yeah. I do the same thing. I eat half the side of the cookie.
You have to.
Yeah, good. I'm not the only weird one. That was kind of a good thing I do.
Okay, here we go. Fresh fortune just for you. You're gonna like this one. Your future looks bright.
Fortune. Hey, no, I believe your fortune does look bright there, sir.
Yes, you have to wear shades. I gotta wear shades.
You know, sure. I mean, you're gonna be out in like football games. You're gonna be out in the sun.
You're right.
You're gonna be it's gonna be
You're absolutely right.
it's gonna be it's gonna be bright. It's gonna be bright.
All right, last call for topics.
Nothing off the top of my head. I remember. Oh. Yeah, I do have one. So I went to the dentist yesterday.
Mm, mm.
Um, and have you ever had a cancer screening at the dentist?
No.
Yeah, that was interesting. And I wasn't worried, but at the same time, I was worried because it's just like, what if they find something? So they kind of feel around the mouth, inside the mouth, and like your like lymph nodes and stuff. I guess they're feeling for like lumps. It's the first time. I was kind of taken aback. Like, I'm glad you're doing this, but I'm scared you're doing this. Like, did something come up in my chart that you thought like, yeah, did I look lumpy? Like, I don't know. Something look off?
That's insane.
So yeah.
No, I do have to make a dentist appointment though, but the thing is my money ran out. Like what a
Oh
scam!
yeah.
Dental insurance. Oh my god, I already
Yeah, it's
ran out.
horrible.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
had to pay, and I had to pay. Granted,
Yeah.
it's worth it, but I'm like, I guess I got to wait till next year. Then do it once a year, and then if that year, if everything goes right and they don't get all my money, then I'm like, okay, now I can move on to twice a year or whatever. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. Dental insurance doesn't cover shit. They go like, you got 2 Gs, and they and 1 G is just for a cleaning. It's like, what the fuck happened? How did that work?
and the
Yeah.
other G is
So
just signing your name. You're like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. Like, all
sign
right.
your name and choose.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm still in the hole for my teeth surgery. So, but work on it. Work on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my topic, sir. I just wanted. It was something that interesting that happened to me that I'd never had happen to me, and I just wondered if
it's a
you
good
if
topic.
you knew about it or had read it. Yeah.
No, I've not experienced that, but I will ask my dentist if they're doing that and why, and you know,
Yeah.
and see from there. Uh, my last topic is going to be something new that I've been doing, which, uh, you know, I get this. I can delay my washing in my clothes. There's like a delay timer. So Now I time it in the morning, right when I wake up, and then when it's done, I just throw it in my like today went on, but my timing's been off because I've been trying to get it to where I wake up and it's already done. But I'm like, okay, I'll have it go for 6 in the morning, but then it doesn't turn on until like 5 in the morning. So I'm still getting the kinks worked out on this. But the reason why I'm doing this is because my dryer is so loud that um, I put all my clothes in the dryer and then I leave for work. So when I come back, I don't have to go through that
Yes.
headache and stuff like that. And I got to say, whoever designed that delay in the washer, you deserve a peace prize. You deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. You deserve something because that is that
You
is
should call Norway.
yeah, what a game changing experience that has been for me. And just because of the dryer situation and stuff like that. I mean, it's not bad. I could put on headphones, watch a TV show, and it's fine. But just doing this is just I don't know. I like things peaceful. So
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
yeah. And of course, my final topic is I don't think I've mentioned this or not, but I have a brand new fish.
I was there when you brought the fish home.
Yes, but the people here have not know.
Yes. What? Oh wow, you have a new fish. That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
Whatever name would you give your fish?
Well, it's been tough. It has been tough. As you know, I am a fan of a certain singer, so in their honor, I did Lionel Fishy. Amazing, right?
I love it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. When you first, what? Now that you just told me about it, it is totally awesome.
It's still awesome. The like you
It is. It is. It's a great name. It's a great fucking name. Like from here on in, you should do like Lionel Fishy 2, Lionel Fishy 3.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I've never because if it was up to me, it'd be like Herbert 1, Herbert 2. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah,
but I can't. Each fish has to have their own reign in my
yeah.
heart. So yeah. So now I have something to look forward to when I get home. It's just I keep on forgetting that I gotta feed him. I mean, I feed him, but I keep on forgetting of like sometimes my day just I get home too late and the lights off. So then I'm like, oh no, I didn't finish. So then I got to be like, okay, tomorrow morning, first thing I do before I leave, I gotta feed them. So that's been on my mind. So, but it's been fun. It's nice, and we're still getting to know each other. Um, my past, Herbert and Yoshimi, they always would watch me talk to you or do the show. And so I keep on looking at the aquarium, but he's not there yet. So maybe he's not a fan of the show, or maybe I just gotta have him listen to a few pods, and
Yeah.
and maybe he'll start being interested in the show. But thank you for being interested in the show. I know it's been quite some time since we've been able to proceed. Um, Life gets in the way, guys, unfortunately, and
Yes.
because no one's donated except for Kevin Jackson. By the way, I'll always give that major stud a shout out. Who hopefully next show maybe we can have on um as
Ooh,
a
yes.
guest.
Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I know we haven't done a guest in a long time, and I think he would be a perfect guest. Personally, um, he's a really great guy. You would definitely like him, and but anyway, we do have a Venmo. Feel free to Venmo us, and uh, that'll let us show that like you are interested in us, that you want more show. We're trying to do more shows, but again, life gets in the way right now, and if maybe you grease the wheels a little bit and sent us some money, then we would be more equitable to do that. If as always, if there was a topic that we talked about, a topic you want us to talk about, you can email us drinkstowardsby@gmail.com. Log on to gmail.com and not gmail.com, on drinksandwords.com. Log on to drinksandwords.com, because there not only will you see our Venmo banner, but you'll see our YouTube banner if you want to subscribe to doing that. We're also available on all the DSPs. That's digital streaming platforms, I believe the kids call it. You'll see what we're available on. Take us there, or download us. If you're, this is what I did. This is a pro tip, okay? I flew to Mexico, and on the flight there, I mean, at least in Mexico, the I took we took like the cheapest thing, which is called Valero, which is like their JetBlue or something like that. And there's no like Wi-Fi or anything on there. So while you're in air, you can't really, there's no phone reception. So I downloaded some podcasts, downloaded some TV shows, and I just was able to watch them like that. So if you're going on vacation or whatever, make sure to download us either from the website or from those streaming platforms that we are available on, so you can take us anywhere. And I would love to hear, and so would David, love to hear where you're listening to us from, whether it's like in Europe or maybe you're at a stadium listening to us. I don't know. But that would be a very
The
cool.
boring game.
That'd be very cool. Um, yeah. What else? Any shout outs that I'm missing?
No, just again, no. I think we're good for right now. I mean, just getting back into the flow of things, try to get more consistent again.
Alrighty. It is now time for the final cheers. Uh,
Final cheers.
final
For
cheers, David.
me, as a reason we've been gone over the last couple months is cheers to everybody struggling with mental health. Uh, don't be afraid to ask for help, look for help. If you have anything you guys want to talk to us about, want to reach out to us about, we're here for you as well. But just know that you're not alone. So, cheers to everybody.
Definitely, I'll cheers to that. My cheers has been to somebody that I've been talking to about all show. To Min, what a stud, what a major contributor. Always listened to the show. He always just had us in mind. Anytime I would run into him, he would always ask, about what's going on. And when I heard the news, just like you, I think I broke the news to you,
You did.
and we both were just
You did.
shocked. I forgot when I broke it to you, but like literally, I don't know if it was the next day or that day. They were having something at the Cove, so I stopped everything that I did, and I jumped in my car and I drove to the Cove, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when you live in Inglewood, and it's like during midday, you know, um, it, it's a process, but that's how much Min meant to us, and that's how
Yeah.
much he meant to the Cove, for sure. Truly a unique person, kind, warm, um, all the fuzzies, all the fuzzies.
Yeah.
He was a veteran as well in the Navy, and I will always miss him just looking at me and saying "Marin."
I miss him bringing soup dumplings. I miss
Oh,
soup dumplings. We always about food and like yeah, it was always like yeah, try to all right.
yeah,
He was a very caring person and he is sorely missed.
definitely. So, my shout out, my everything goes out to you, Min. You are missed. You are still missed, and we love you.
Looking at
Cheersing to you. Um, well, that's it, guys. That's the show.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. When will we be back? Keep us on the socials. Maybe we'll do a little. I don't know. I don't know, but hopefully soon. Um, as we make our way to 200. Who knew 200 was going to be Such a
I felt like 100 came and went, but 200. Woo!
yeah, yeah. What a feat as well. So you know, so just keep us locked, and we'll keep on doing our thing, and we'll get to it soon. So that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drink Swords by David. Kick him out.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Time to go. Go enjoy your life outside of this.
Bye everybody. Bye.
Bye.